covered, welcome to the mat and welcome to this brand new practice. My name is Bethany, I am the Yogi Witch, and today I'm going to guide you through a really scrumptious 25-minute yoga for hip mobility practice. So this is not exactly going to be kind of like a really flowy practice, but rather we're going to have some really gorgeous hip mobility drills to kind of help push the boundaries of our bodies, really work on our flexibility so we build our confidence to come into peak poses such as monkey pose or split. So it's going to be really gorgeous. For today's practice, you might need a block or a pillow, anything to support the knee or the hip. But we are going to begin straight away by coming into Baddha Konasana, so butterfly legs. Coming into a comfortable seated position, we're going to move on to the sit bones, and then bring the bottom of the feet to touch. Now, if you find those knees are super high to the sky, you can use a block to kind of support them here. But wiggling your way into this pose, we take hold of the feet, inhale for length, and exhale to forward fold, so round a little bit into the spine. Now, today's flow is not going to be about coming into the splits or big peak poses such as that, but rather coming into poses that help us, such as 1990 pose, also known as deer pose, and a gorgeous pigeon pose. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a little bit spicy, but we're going to go with it. So working with your breath, imagine with your exhales, you start to find space, you start to untie any knots of tension, and then with your inhales, you start to create that space and you start to welcome in a sense of peace and a sense of power. But keep forward folding. And depending on how you feel today, you might choose to keep the legs in Baddha Konasana in stillness, or you can follow me and find a little bit of pulsing. So gently begin to kind of flutter those knees for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We inhale to lift the body up. On your exhale, gently bring the knees to touch and start to slide the heels out, coming into saddle pose here. So once again, ensuring we're sat on the sit bones, we're going to flex the feet so the knees are coming all the way up to the sky. The minute you drop them in, you start to kind of pull a little bit on those ligaments on the outside, and trust me, you don't want to tear a ligament. So from here, we inhale, once again, find length, and then exhale to begin to forward fold. Coming into the most humbling of poses in yoga. Often we cannot forward fold as deep as we think we're going to in our mind, but it's just a reminder as always to leave the ego at the door and to remember that yoga is a journey, it's not a race. So we're constantly walking those hands all the way out to really explore the space. Keep the feet flexed to the sky. Beautiful. Before we inhale, lift the gaze. On your exhale, we gently walk the hands back towards the body. Lift those arms all the way to the sky. Gaze between the thumbs as we inhale. Exhale, take a side body stretch to the left-hand side as if those fingertips are searching for the tippy toes here. Open up the side body. Inhale, we lift the arms up and overhead. Exhale, move and take it to the other side. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the body up, sweep both arms up and overhead. And then from here, we take a gentle twist to the left-hand side. Keep those legs in your forward fold, in your wide leg position. Inhale, beautiful, sweep the arms up and overhead once more. Exhale, we twist to the right hand side. Inhale, bring the body back to the center, interlock the fingers and take the hands behind the head. So starting to find an activation in the core and in the legs. We inhale for length, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift, exhale, forward fold. 3 more times, inhale, lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale, forward fold. 1 more time. We inhale to lift. Exhale to forward fold. Hold your forward fold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Lift the body up and we gently bring the legs to touch. So from here, we're going to take some reverse tabletops to build up that glute stretch. So take the hands behind the back, fingertips point towards the hips, and we're going to bend the knees now. So taking the feet about hips width apart, we're going to take about 5 rounds. We inhale to lift the body up, squeeze the hips to the sky, drop the head back. Exhale, lower the hips back to the mat, nice and slow. Beautiful. 4 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 2. And exhale. Inhale for 1, holding at the top for 3. For 2 and 1. Lower the hips to the mat, cross those ankles and roll over the knees to a tabletop position. From tabletop, the hands are about shoulder width apart. We bring the knees to touch and toes point under. So following me, we're going to take some kind of modified cat-cow. So when you inhale, you're going to drop the chest and begin to squeeze the heels close to the hips. Exhale to curve the spine and release the toes down. Inhale, lift the body. Exhale to lower. Yes, keep it going. Inhale and exhale. Take it 1 more time. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Lower the toes back to the mat. And we're going to move on to the forearms. From here, tuck toes under and gently slide the legs out behind you. So you come into a Sphinx pose. So again, we're going to stretch out those hamstrings by following me. Keep that lift in the chest as you bring right hand to the center, bend into that back leg and take hold of the left foot. So drawing that heel down to the hip. Beautiful. Hold 3. Hold 2. And 1. Relax left foot down. We immediately switch sides. Left hand to the center, bend into the back leg and squeeze right heel close. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Gently relax the back leg down. Come into Sphinx and bend the knees, taking a little wiggle of those ankles in one direction. Take it in the other. Beautiful. Relax the feet down to the mat. Slide hands next to the chest. Forehead comes low. On your inhale, move like a worm then. On your inhale, we find a lift into upward facing dog, glancing back at one foot. Move through center, glance back at the other. And then immediately we bend the knees, tuck toes under and come to meet in downward facing dog. So beginning to pedal out those legs here, we bend into one knee, we bend into another, taking a really gorgeous wiggle with the hips. Before bringing the big toes to touch, we inhale to send that right leg nice and high to the sky. Bend the knee off and then trying to draw a beautiful, perfect circle with that right knee. We make mindful movements in one direction. Move and take it in the other. Before we inhale to come back into three-legged down dog, and from here making a fun transition, we begin to walk the hands back towards that left foot, coming in to standing split, so pulling the right toes nice and high to the sky. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, with control. Gently walk those hands all the way out, coming back first to three-legged down dog. Before we bring right knee to the right wrist and lower the leg down. Come to sit back on those sit bones, and we're going to take some 90 and 90 movements here. Ooh. So from here, we wiggle that back leg to come into a 90-degree angle. And then we wiggle that front foot to come into a 90-degree angle, flexing into both feet. Now, if that right hip is tight, you're going to lean over to the right-hand side. So you're welcome to use that block as a little bit of a lift here to keep that weight centered. And then first, from our 90-90, we're going to take some back leg lifts. So from here, lift the back foot up and lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it all the way down. Finding that core, we're going to take 90-90 movements. Hands can come to the mat, or you can bring them to prayer, heart center. But we inhale, bring the knees through center. Exhale, find 90-90 to the other side. Inhale, move through center. Oh, and take it 90-90 facing frontwards. We're going to take it 2 more times on either side, just this side. Inhale, bring the knees through center. Find 90-90. Inhale, bring the body through center. Find 90-90. From here, we are going to transition into pigeon pose. So take the hands forward and we begin to bring that body into the center. So wiggle the left foot back, top of the foot into the mat. You'd think after 3 cups of coffee I'd get my words together. But now I'm thinking maybe 3 cups of coffee is the reason why I don't have my words together. Don't switch off now, let's keep going. You can keep that front foot at a 90-degree angle, but if it isn't comfortable for you, then you can bring that heel a little bit further in. That's absolutely fine. Use that block for support, but we take some lifts. Hands can come to the floor to help you lift, or take the hands behind the head as you inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift for 3. And lower. Inhale for 2. And lower. Inhale for 1. And lower. Bring the forearms to the mat and meet me in your pigeon pose. 10 breaths here. In through the nose and out through the nose. Keep breathing, Coven. It is intense. On your inhale, we lift the gaze. And exhale to walk the hands back towards the knee. We're going to transition into downward facing dog. So tuck left toes under, lift up, and gently slide that right leg all the way out, pressing that heel to the mat, and come to a flamingo down dog here by bringing the knees to touch and squeeze that left heel close to the hips. Before left foot meets right foot, and we pedal out those legs, bending into one knee, bending into another. Ready to take it to the other side, bring big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg points high, bend that knee off to split dog, and begin to draw your circles. Moving and taking these circles in one direction. Move and take it in the other. On your inhale, we lift that leg high to the sky. On your exhale, sorry if the microphone goes weird, we walk the hands back to that right leg here to meet in standing split. So pulling the left tippy toes high. We hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Walk the hands all the way out to first come to three-legged down dog. And then we bring left knee to the left wrist and lower the leg down. Coming to sit back in, I'm going to switch to the other side so you can see, in a 90-degree angle. So wiggle that front foot to 90 degrees, wiggle that back leg 90 degrees. Maybe if it feels like that left hip's tight, you're falling to one side, you can use that block as a bit of support. But from here, we're going to start to lift that back leg. So following me, we lift the foot up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it all day round. Lower it all the way down, ready to take those 90-90 movements. Lift that chest, hands come to prayer, or hands can help support. But we inhale to move through center. Exhale, pivot to 90-90 on the other side. Inhale, move through center. Take it to 90-90. Yes. One more time on both sides. We inhale to move into the center. Wow, take a 90-90. Inhale, we move back to the left-hand side. Come first to 90-90 before hands to the mat. We slide right leg behind us and pivot in to our pigeon pose. So top of the right foot flats down to the mat. You can use these hands to help you roll up and down, or you can take the hands behind the head. But from here, we inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale, hands to the mat. Pivot your way into the center and meet me in pigeon pose. If it feels too much, come back into your 90-90. Beautiful. We inhale. And we exhale. On your next breath, come and bring the hands to the mat. Tuck right toes under. We come to meet in that flamingo down dog by lifting the back leg up. Left foot to the mat, squeeze the knees close, right heel close to the hip. And then relax, right foot by left, and begin to pedal out those legs. So bend into one knee, bend into another. From here, we relax the knees to the mat and tabletop and just relax the spine with a few cat-cow stretches. So inhale to drop the chest. Exhale to curve. Inhale, drop the chest. Exhale to curve. Beautiful. Taking it a few more times. Before we bring that spine to a neutral position, cross the ankles behind you, but come to meet me in a seated position. Taking a final glute stretch with those ankles crossed, we're going to begin to forward fold here. So either moving onto those forearms or maybe moving down to the head. Again, this is the pose where you really start to see your lower body mobility. But we're just aiming to keep those sit bones glued to the mat. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, walk the hands back towards the legs. Now you can stay with those legs crossed, or you can come to take shoelace. By lifting the left leg up, we slide the right leg under, left leg on top, so one knee comes to stack on top of the other. Inhale for length. Exhale, twist to the left hand side. Inhale to move through center. Exhale, take it to the other side. Inhale to the center. If those ankles are crossed, you're going to cross those legs to the other side. Or if you're in shoelace, you lean back to untangle left leg, untangle right, and then take it to the other side. So left leg on top of right. We inhale for length. Exhale, twist to the right hand side. Inhale to move to the center. Exhale, twist to the left hand side. Inhale, come and bring the body to the center, lean back and come back in to a comfortable position. Any position that feels good to you, taking any final wiggles of the spine, of the shoulders, of the neck. Before we blink those eyes open and come back into the room. thanking you so much for allowing me to guide you through today's yoga for hip mobility. I really hope you found these drills useful. I really hope you can feel it a little bit in the lower body. My hip flexors are on fire. But these are the ideal drills to add into maybe your daily yoga practice or into your next yoga flow, especially if you want to work on lower body mobility, work on that lower body strength, and start to build the confidence to explore peak poses such as monkey pose, also known as splits. So I really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more mobility videos like this, then please let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, I would appreciate any kind of support for my channel, maybe liking this video, subscribing to the Coven, or even clicking that little notifications button. It really does help this channel to grow and allows me to meet so many beautiful souls here on the mat. But don't forget, I do upload 3 free flows a week, every single week, and I have a private membership area here on my YouTube called the Om Coven, where not only do you get discount on all our online courses and access to a private members area on Facebook, but I also upload 2 one-hour flows every single month. And at the end of this month, I'll be making a super exciting announcement about the Om Coven, and it might be involving the splits. So keep a little eye out for that. But thanking you so much for joining me here today, and I hope to see you again soon. Blessed be, Coven.